extra time.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.
This is a bilateral series that in normal circumstances would have lacked a little bit of context. Because in 2023 we have the 50 over World Cup, not even in 22. So a 3-match ODI series after an intense test match series would have slightly, lacked context. But first, when India changed its white ball captaincy, that became a real area of interest that, okay, we will have a new captain. And thereafter, obviously, Rohit pulled out and then Rahul was appointed the stand-in captain. That became an area of interest that how will Rahul captain? Is he the future? Will he become the designated number 2 to Rohit? So that was definitely one important area of interest. And then obviously Virat completely made this series his own. By stepping down from test match captaincy, obviously all of a sudden it's not as if Virat has stepped down from ODIs now or has been changed now, but all of a sudden batsman Virat becomes the focus. That this series is all about batsman Virat. Will he be back in form? Can he score 100? What about his mental mindset? How will he react to the giving up of test match captaincy? Will it relieve him of the pressure? To what extent will Virat Kohli, the batsman, be back at the fore in this particular series? So a lot of questions all of a sudden is about Virat Kohli. He is clearly the center of the storm or the center of attraction in this entire spectacle. And everybody would want to see how much Virat contributes with the bat. Because make no mistake, the last 3 years have been underwhelming. While we are talking about Pujara and Rahane, you've got to also say Virat Kohli's average is pretty much similar. So while he's one of the greats of the world, perhaps the greatest, that's fine, but runs haven't come. So while we celebrate Virat, the captain, for his astounding record, we as Indians or as analysts will want to see runs flowing from his bat. And can 2022 be the answer? That will probably be sort of the start of that answer will come in this particular series. So Virat Kohli, the clear presence, the clear sort of stamping presence in this particular series. Other important questions? Some new players coming in. Obviously, we will be very keen to see as and when they get their opportunities. I will be extremely keen to see Venkatesh Iyer in that backstage with Boria show with me. I was super impressed with this man's mental attitude. To say that, to play for India isn't enough. Unless I win games for India, unless I go and sort of deliver for India match-winning efforts, I'm not satisfied, is quite a very refreshing and different mindset compared to what you will see. So a Venkatesh Iyer in that sense is extremely important. And as an all-rounder, can India have him? When Hardik comes back, can India for the first time have the luxury of 2 such all-rounders going into a T20 contest? Think about it, possible. Hardik Pandya back, Venkatesh Iyer making his presence. How will that be for Team India balance in Australia going forward into the T20 World Cup? Ruturaj Gaikwad, another player I will have my eyes on. Incredibly successful domestic competition and now making it to the national team on the basis of such performances. And finally, Rahul, the skipper, because Rahul has turned the leaf in every format over the last 1.5 years. So it will be very important to see how Rahul captains. In all of this, South Africa is not being talked about. They've got a good side as well. A very good side. Where will Temba bat? Will he bat at number 3? Some excellent players in that South African lineup. Quinton, coming back. So important series now. All of a sudden, the significance has changed. So the narrative has been about India and Virat and Iyer and Ruturaj and KL as captain. But South Africa is a good side. We've seen that with South Africa in Test cricket. We will see this in one-day cricket also. So all said and done, expecting a competitive series. Obviously, one would want India to win. Having said that, this will be one series where a lot of answers will emerge as to who, where, how, and obviously, again, I say this, the focus will be on Virat. So we will obviously follow it very closely on Rev Sports. Keep watching.
This is Extra Time. Extra Time.